Hello, YouTube! This is Jensaarai delivering another Nerd Rage rant. Actually, bit of a lie because this one is going to be very sedate. I decided that my review of Star Wars The Old Republic Revan was too angry and passionate, hence the Nerd Rage designation, so I decided to make this follow-up review now that I've had time to cool down and think about it. So here it is. Star Wars The Old Republic Revan is not the worst Star Wars book that I have ever read. That dubious honor goes to Legacy of the Force Tempest, which I found to be a complete drag after the masterworks that were Betrayal and Bloodlines. But that's for another review. Now, the characters of Revan and the Jedi Exile are still psychological blanks who add up to little more than a collection of personality traits and have no development or change. But this book taken individually, that's okay. This is the aftermath of their adventures. Their arcs are done, and their only remaining purpose is to go martyr themselves and serve as the inspiration for the next generation of heroes. However, even when the book is taken on its own, this is still something of a disappointment, because as Yarrell Poof pointed out, this book is called Revan, so you expect it to be about Revan. But Revan doesn't really have much going on upstairs in terms of personality, and is forced to share the position of protagonist with Lord Scourge, an infinitely more developed character. As a character, Scourge's primary asset is his determination. He starts out as a low-level Sith determined to make a name for himself, and he is essentially convinced to take part in planning a coup, and becomes loyal to the cause. He's not a self-absorbed lunatic. He's actually quite honorable and ironically demonstrates an almost Jedi-like loyalty to ideas greater than himself. His reaction to the Jedi is also interesting. Every other Sith we have encountered is driven by an overwhelming hatred of the Jedi Order and will attempt to kill any members at first opportunity. Scourge, on the other hand, has had no exposure to the Jedi or their ways, and therefore has no ingrained hatred of them. He is somewhat similar to Bruno in The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, in that he is told that a specific group is to be hated and vilified, but he has no personal reason to do so. In fact, Scourge's reaction to them, instead of hatred and rage, is instead curiosity and a certain degree of amazement. He has never encountered people like this ever in his entire life, and he's anxious to learn all he can from them. So, Star Wars The Old Republic Revan is okay, if slightly disappointing when taken on its own. However, the primary purpose of this book is to serve as a bridge between the KOTOR duology and the Old Republic MMO, and while it does a good job of bridging KOTOR 1 with Tor, it completely overlooks KOTOR 2, only including enough of its story that the overall Star Wars continuity isn't disrupted. As I made clear in the original review, as a diehard fan of KOTOR 2, this infuriated me, and it still does. Obviously, my issue with the Sith Lords of the Empire practicing traditional Jedi fighting styles, despite having had no contact with them for thousands of years and plenty of time to develop their own styles, angers me considerably. But that's because I'm an archivist at heart, a member of Wikipedia, and this overturned a personal theory of mine. However, in the context of the novel, it's trivial. Well, I hope no one hates me. I hope someone enjoyed this video. Next on the hit list, Darth Plagueis. This is Jensaarai signing off. Bye.